Timewarped badges have changed, my friends. However, I will call this the rational balancers, not the fun police, because the way it was previously was completely insane good, especially whenever you could resurrect characters that you'd previously deleted on a 60-second cooldown.
Which I think is over now.
That's over now. Yeah.
Damn.
So
I hope you got all your characters resurrected like I did.
The first time you do a time walking dungeon, and you kill the final boss, you get like a little crystal thing. Bring that back, 500 tokens.
500.
On subsequent characters, that'll be 200 tokens.
Disgusting.
Previously, you were able to just, because the big difference versus the past is this is a tradable currency now. So you could straight up just get 10,000. If you had enough characters, they only had to be above level 30. You could just get 10,000 time walking badges and trivialize stuff. So
not that 10,000 badges trivializes anything.
There's expensive stuff coming.
Yeah, you're looking at, for all of the new stuff added for Classic and Wrath, you're looking at about 95 to 100k required.
Worth, though, those are designed to be evergreen rewards in the same way that the previous time walking mounts were. Big difference being if you were just starting out and you wanted to get like 5,750, I think, for say like the Wrath time walking mount, which I will sure as fuck be getting this time round, because I just never got it. Because I was never pulling up enough on one single character and I didn't do time walking that much. You can just funnel them all to one character. So you're still miles ahead of where you were previously, but it's not as insane as it was during the recent TBC week. And it's the same for the boss. So whenever you kill Yogg-Saron on your first character, you'll get 500, and on subsequent ones, it will be 300. That's that. That's the news. Everything else is the same. And as you said, half a level.
Yeah, it's slightly under half once you get like above 74, 75-ish, but it's still
below that. You, you got, what was it you got from 60 to 62 and a half or 63 and a half in like 2 dungeons?
It was like 61 to 64 in one dungeon. It was Jesus, because the way it's, I'm not sure if it scales the same because they changed the scaling between, right?
Yeah.
But last time, the TBC one, it was a Magister's Terrace. I was level 60 something. I was full rested. I had the full warband, like 5 warband and whatever else. Maybe I only had 4 of them that time. Anyway, it was because the mob density in MT is so heavy, so big, that it was literally just walking through and killing all these elite mobs super fast. We killed like 1 gigapull, and then I went up like a level and a half.
Your character just exploded.
Yeah, and I was like, 64? Did I not say Oh, I actually went the whole way up.
Like shit, nice. That's shit. I think that's speed we only had previously seen in the Legion pre-expansion event. And that's only because by that time you were at level 110.
Yeah. And
so stuff was just...
yeah,
you could get 30 levels in 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. God, that was a crazy time.
Yeah. Hang on. Any thoughts on them killing the fun of time walking by scaling the enemy to your level, removing the use of old legendaries? I don't have many thoughts on that, mostly because I think that sounds like fun, but it's a kind of awkward thing for how do you optimize playing the game? Oh, you optimize playing the game by having a bunch of legendaries from 1 billion years ago, which in the case of Legion, as an example, if you're using, you're probably not using Legion fucking legendaries, it feels like that's not Blizzard's game anymore to let you do that. So I kind of get that. At the same time,
I get it, but I don't like it. I don't think it was hurting anyone. Although maybe they have data to the contrary, I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't really do that with any legendaries. I don't have time walking sets, so it doesn't really affect me, so I don't care. But
I think the thing is low risk and kind of neat.
Yeah, as long as people aren't breaking the economy, or unless there was like they noticed there's a load of people doing time walking boosts or something fucking stupid like that. But I don't know. I think the gains from that is probably better. In that the way they scale it now is probably better for how it feels overall, because we have historically had issues between expansions and between patches where sometimes scaling would fucking break. And like a good example of that is actually the TBC one, right? Where when we were going in for the first time early, and before we learned that feasts were broken, which we definitely didn't use in our guild run at all to make it faster. Not at all, sir. That was a complete accident. So basically, tanks were getting basically slapped to death immediately. And I think they kind of went, these are on a different scaling system to use. So I think it's standardization to make that everything they're doing actually work going forward. So I understand it. It looked like Fun Place, but I think that's less Fun Place and more we're making the game better.
Yeah, it's like every time, they maybe unintentionally kill some form of twinking that was hurting nobody.
Yeah.
It's just a bit like, I get it doesn't fit the game, but that's a little bit of a sandbox thing. And that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a little element of maybe they should have allowed like listeners to work in time walking as a fix for that or something. But that's probably not worth the time. I don't know. Kind of awkward. But that would be like, I think that's probably like almost like a stretch goal kind of thing for them working on it. They just kind of went, we'll fix this. This is a bug to fix, not a design decision. If we follow, I think.
Yeah, fair.
So we'll see if anything changes for the thing, but I can't imagine. I think that's just done and dusted now. Especially when they were introducing the old what do you call it? The old classic stuff. They're probably doing a balance pass for that. I went, can I just plug this into the scaling system? And it'll fuck you right. Yeah, shit. Let's do that. Let's do that, and that'll save them like a load of time and effort in future for more time walking things instead of having to get a balancing that works for that level. So there's a lot of like those kind of internal improvements at these like internal reasons for this stuff that I think was probably part of it. It's just kind of
they'll be thinking about maintainability and all that.
But we lost the time walk twinking,
and that's sadly the problem, because texture is fun, especially when it's player discovered, and it's a bit naughty, right? It's like breaking the rules, not in a way where you're going to be properly punished, but it's breaking the rules in a bit of a We've exploited these cool little bits of maths and scaling, and a fun thing's happened that hurts nobody. So, I mean, I get it. I'm definitely a bit sad. I mean, not personally, because I never really did it, but I mean, if that was a thing that like you were proud of, it was just a fun little thing. I think it really sucks that that it kind of got squished in that. It's a little bit like, in the Hitchhiker's Guide, the Vogons destroy Earth because they have planning permission to build a bypass.
Yeah, of course. Well, of course, that's how it goes.